Hello everybody. So I had planned to do this video in a full face of makeup and looking beautiful and saying how great pregnancy is, but it's not. It really isn't. So today I am 6 weeks and 4 days. So Saturday I'll be 7 weeks, and then next week I have my appointment to see the midwife. I feel horrible. I think the last update I did, I think I was just worried about different pains and things. No. I kind of wish I had those back. Oh, everyone's like, it will get worse, it will get worse. I was like, yeah, okay, I feel fine now. It got worse. It got so much worse. So, it was almost like literally on the day, on like week 6, last Saturday, I was exhausted, and then the next day I woke up at 3. I felt sick. I felt like I was going to be sick. I'm not like a girl that will like easily be sick. I know some people are and they just feel it and they're just sick and it makes them feel better. I can't do that as easily, but I'm literally going to the toilet and I'm gagging and nothing's really coming up, but it feels like my eyes are streaming. But even though nothing's coming up, it's still like I want to. It's like I really want to be sick. And nothing comes up, but then I can't eat. But then eating feels better because like sometimes when I feel that sick, I'm just eating something like, what do I eat now? Oh, a dry piece of white toast I was eating. I felt sick and I was like, just like nibbling away at it. Everything makes my stomach churn. So like I'm just knackered and feel sick. And I'm really dizzy. I spent most of the time in bed. Today we just went out for a quick trip to Dunelm Mill and I had to sit down there because I felt like I was going to faint. I'll sit up. So that's why I'm like half dressed, but usually I would be in my nightie right now. So yeah. I'm reading on my app, I'm following Ovia, and it says body changes, morning sickness and nausea are common issues that affect many women around this time. Nobody is entirely sure what causes morning sickness, but if you're expecting it, you're far from alone. But they also said, I was reading about morning sickness, that people who, I don't know, there was a whole load of reasons, like if you're having twins, if you, I don't know, random things. But then an interesting one was because I went on the pill, this was years ago now, and it was the estrogen-based one, the one that they give everyone, microgynon. Well, in England they do. And I couldn't go on it anymore because it made me feel sick. And they said it's probably because of the estrogen in there, because it's making you feel ill. So I went on the progesterone-only one, which is the same thing that it gives out on the implant. So then I got the implant. They say that if you couldn't have the estrogen-based ones because they make you feel sick, you will more than likely feel sick when you're having a child, because obviously there's loads of estrogen going around your system, and progesterone as well, but more estrogen, I guess. So that's why it feels so horrible. And everybody's like, it doesn't last forever. It doesn't last forever. And like, it will. And people are congratulating me now because I've had to tell people at work, and I'm just like, what's there to be? What's there to be? Why is it so good feeling like this? I'm just like, thanks. So yeah, I've been reading quite a lot of things, like, I don't know, was it yesterday? It says baby development, some very primitive blood has begun to move through your baby's body. And I think it said the beginnings of the spleen were, your baby's spleen, which helps to act as a blood filter, is now appearing. So that's good. But I think it still kind of looks like a little tadpole. I don't think it's got legs yet. Let's have a look. It says pregnancy by week. So I'm week 6. 6 weeks pregnant, and it says 50 shades of green. And that's what it looks like. It's still got a tail, which is pretty cute. So then 7 weeks should be on Saturday. It will have 2 legs. It's quite good. So it says morning sickness. Let me just... has tiny buds that are just waiting to bloom into arms, and her eyes are beginning to form. Many women in the 6th week of their pregnancy experience morning sickness as well as exhaustion. So if you're not feeling them yet, now's a good time to clean up on your diet and get plenty of water and exercise to try to head them off before they hit. Well, before this, I was literally drinking gallons of water, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have that gestational diabetes. But then I was reading, and a lot of people felt like they had a dry mouth all the time, and it's just kind of like a normal thing to happen. And it's kind of eased off a bit now. It's just that in the middle of the night sometimes I get a dry mouth, but I'm nowhere near drinking as much as I was. I was drinking a bit, but not as much. And I ate so healthily at the beginning, but now I'm just eating whatever I can stomach. So it's like pasta, plain baked potato, and I've just discovered Cheerios, honey Cheerios I'm going to have for breakfast, and something Valley bars, and they're really good. So they're nice just to have in between meals, so I'm not feeling as sick. It says hydrate and get some exercise. I don't even feel like walking, never mind doing exercise. It said when you have the Ovia app to like give your baby like a nickname, so I've called it Bluebell. Bluebell is now the size of a blueberry. Is that like ironic? Is that just a joke? I don't know. Measuring approximately 1/4 of an inch long. This may not seem huge, but just think about how much she's grown in the past month. From a tiny collection of cells to increasingly complex human being to be, who is currently in the process of sprouting of her facial features. Her cute little nose and curious eyes are just starting to form, although they still merely look like dark spots on oversized heads, passages and arches that will grow and develop into parts of Bluebell's ears and jaw forming, and her nose won't be far behind. Development of Bluebell's lower body lags behind the upper part, making her look slightly like a mermaid, and she may already be wiggling her flipper-like arms. Bluebell is also starting to straighten out from her formerly curled position, and that pesky tail is making its way to its final destination in her back. Pesky tail. These upcoming weeks are the most important for Bluebell's development, so if you aren't on prenatal vitamin yet, it's important to start immediately. During this week, Bluebell's new neural tube is in the process of closing along her back, and the folic acid from prenatal vitamins as well as from nutrition that can help to prevent neural tube defects is especially important at this point. You'll also probably be choosing an OB-GYN around now, as the first consultation usually happens around week 8. How's mom? If you're feeling sick to your stomach right now, you aren't alone. 80% of mums to be experiencing nausea. Just says to combat the symptoms of morning sickness, doctors usually recommend cutting out greasy or spicy foods, drinking lots of water, and getting plenty of rest. The only thing that I've been having is a symptom has been really dizzy. Today the sickness hasn't been too bad, but I've been so dizzy I felt sick. And lightheaded and feeling faint all the time, which apparently is normal because your blood pressure goes down and your blood sugars go down as well. And the ladies, as everybody calls them, my boobs have been quite sore and they feel heavy. I don't feel like they've changed in size much, but they just feel really heavy, and it's really an odd feeling, but they just feel quite heavy. Apart from that, it's pretty rubbish. I feel anyway. I hope this helps a lot of people who are feeling the same, because I've looked upon some of the YouTube sites and everybody's like, oh, I feel nothing. I've got no morning sickness, nothing. And I really do feel sorry for those people who actually are sick all the time, because the morning sickness for me, it never ends. You think it's morning sickness, and my husband was like, oh, it must be something else because you're feeling sick all day. I was like, it isn't. You can have morning sickness all day long, and that is exactly what it is. Oh, and also I've been getting loads of spots You can't see any of that side, but I have around here. There's a big one there, and like clusters of them like around my cheek area. Some around here, but not as many. So yeah, that's about it for my pregnancy update on week 6.4. It's weird though, because I feel like I'm in week 7, if that makes sense. Well, obviously on Saturday it will be week 7, so, and then because I'm having the appointment on the Tuesday, I will be in week 8, but I won't officially be like 8 weeks along until the Saturday of next week, but I'm still seeing the midwife on Tuesday. And really this is an estimate. This is what I've worked out from my last period, so I could be wrong, or I don't know. I guess you don't really know all these things until you've had the scan and they can do measurements and stuff, so just can't wait. I can't wait till I have the appointment next week, because it means I've only got another 4 weeks of being in my first trimester, and then it's the golden trimester of number 2. Like the second trimester is like meant to be the best of all 3. So I'm waiting for that to happen. I just thought I'm going to upload this as I am feeling awful, because a lot of the time on YouTube people have just not been feeling like they've had the usual symptoms, sore boobs and feeling like low in energy. I've literally been feeling so low in energy. I'm only 5'1", and I think most people get this, like when they haven't eaten all day or forgotten to eat, you suddenly feel like, oh my god, I need something, I need some chocolate or something just to raise my blood sugar up, even though you don't feel like eating, you've gone past that feeling. And sometimes I get that, especially if I'm dieting, like healthily dieting. I'm not cutting out anything, but obviously, well, I am, but I mean, I'm not probably getting enough as I should do, and so sometimes I'm like, I need something now. And it feels like worse than that in a way, because anything I do, anything I eat, I can't get enough of it to make me feel good. But obviously that's kind of a good thing, because it means the baby's getting it all. And they also say if you feel sick, it's a good thing, because it means that everything's working as it should be, and your placenta's growing nice and strong and things like that. So like I'm trying to convince myself as I'm feeling sick, I'm like, it's a good thing. Good thing, just power through. I'm tired of it now. Right, I'll go and try and eat again. So I hope this was useful to people if they are pregnant or wanted to get pregnant. I wouldn't recommend it. No, it doesn't feel like it's sunk in yet, so it's a bit weird. For now, it just feels like you're feeling so ill over nothing. I feel really bloated as well, like really bloated. I look probably about 5 months pregnant when I'm not, and that's it really. I'm not showing. Yeah. Okay, so I'll go, and I'll see everybody soon for another update. I'll try and do them like weekly, maybe to week 12. Bye.